Hello, 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 my beautiful divine feminine women. I am Boss Lady Bayou, known as the Bayou Witch. I am so happy to be doing this. Y'all just don't know. Like, I am so freaking happy because teaching has been something that I have wanted to do since I was a little girl. I've had jobs where I was able to teach. I've had jobs where I was able to even learn. I've been a student, and I have been blessed to have some of the most beautiful mentors who allowed me to work underneath them and learn so much about myself. And I am just so happy to finally be in that place where I have learned so much that I can share these things that I've learned with other people. A little bit about myself. I have come from a very cultural background. I'm from Louisiana. So I have been raised in that mixing pot of just spiciness, spiritual. I'm going to beat you with a whip if I catch you doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. All of that. So I know how to be able to get a message out a certain way without coming off like I'm just so perfect that I become untouchable, because that's not me. That's not the background I come from. I come from humbleness, okay? I come from a very humble background. And no matter how much success that I have, I will always be that humble girl from Louisiana, okay? I grew up into what some would say the occult. Some people call it New Age. Some people call it witchcraft. But I'm going to say this. I am a natural born healer. I come from a line of healers. I grew up doing root work, Southern ancestral, hoodoo, whatever you want to call it. I started out doing workings of self-love. I started out doing prosperity magic. I grew up doing love magic, even though some of it kicked me in the behind. That's another story that I'll talk about on another day. But I'm trying to say, a lot of people hear the term spiritual or the term occult or even the term witch, and they automatically think the worst. And so part of my message is allowing people to see that it's not everything that they think it is. Some of it is, and I will get into that in a minute. But what I'm trying to say is everything that society has tried to brainwash us with is far from the truth. A lot of people, especially women, have so much power inside of us. Just our femininity itself can birth nations, can birth so much. We not only birth humans, but we birth all of civilization, okay? Get into it. Because I'm telling you, knowing who you are and knowing your power, it is going to change your life forever, man. Knowing who you are and holding a certain energy about yourself through your power is going to allow other people to start respecting you. They're going to start seeing you in a way that you may have never even seen yourself. And I'm telling you guys what I know because I live this every day. I am not, when people say, when they see people doing these type of videos where it's like self-help, self-healing, blah, 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 they automatically think that you're supposed to be perfect. If a lot of people hear the word femininity, they automatically think perfect. Oh, well, you're supposed to always be a lady. You're supposed to always do this or act like this. And in some ways, I can agree with it. But in other ways, it's like you're human first. Okay? You're human. Humans are not supposed to be perfect. We're not supposed to just go through life making no mistakes. You wouldn't have anything to learn. Like, what would you learn? You wouldn't learn anything, right? Okay? So, I am someone who is far from perfect, y'all. Some of the things that I deal with and have dealt with growing up, I have gone through severe depression. I have contemplated suicide to where I was hospitalized in my early 20s when I was in design college when this happened. I deal with anxiety because I'm an empath. I am a very sensitive human being. I feel energies very strongly. It can be a gift and definitely a curse. And I know y'all have heard that many a time, and it's true. I have to live my life a little differently from a lot of other people because I have to protect my energy. I can only feel so much at a time when I'm out in public, but we'll get to that in another video. So what I'm trying to say is, you guys are going to see me stutter. Y'all might see me come on here sometimes with my fingernail polish chipped. Y'all might see me with a little food in my braces. Y'all might see me dropping stuff. Or y'all might hear me say a cuss word every now and then. But it's only because it's who I am. And I cannot control that. And I never will. When you have people that are in the public eye, whether it be on social media, celebrity, or some type of public figure, you always see them try to portray someone that they truly are not. A lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot, but quite a few people that we see on television are not the same way that they appear on television. And I understand, I get it. You have to present yourself in a professional way, especially if you're trying to build a brand or if you're trying to get out a certain message. You want people to respect you, and that's fine. But we are now living in the age of Aquarius, y'all. The veil has been lifted, okay? And it's for a reason. The divine wants us to start walking in our true selves. They're not asking us to be perfect. They're not. That's bull crap. They are asking us to be true to ourselves, but what they want us to do is live and love and have compassion. Okay, gotta straighten that. I know y'all probably hear my stomach. But anyway, we are called here. I feel like each and every one of us is called here to do a mission. And my mission is getting my message out there. I've been getting this message for years, y'all. For years. I will pull my tarot cards or my oracle cards, and it'll be like, you are meant to be a spiritual teacher. You are meant to teach. And I've always been a loving, compassionate person. That's just how empaths work. And plus, I'm a Pisces on top of it. So my heart is freaking too big. And it annoys me sometimes, but I can't help it. I'm a giver, and I always will be. But part of my journey, my spiritual journey, part of my lesson was to learn who I am and to get rid of the ways that no longer serve me. I kept attracting, so sorry. You see what I'm saying? Stick around long enough. Y'all gonna see that I am not perfect, and I am surely not trying to be. I am a rebel, and I will be the first to admit, okay? Back to the story. I feel like my journey consists of me going through the same things over and over again with people, different people, but they were the same type of people. They had the same type of energy, using, abusing, stealing. And it was just, I kept going through the same stuff. And I just couldn't understand why I kept going through the same cycle with every person that came into my life. And just last year, after this happened, I ended up going into a very, very deep depression. I spiraled down, y'all. And I'll get into why probably in the next video. But I had been completely depleted because I have given so much of myself to somebody. And it crushed me, you know, when things didn't work out in my favor. And I had to go within. My depression got so bad that I didn't know if I was coming or going. It was horrible. But during that dark night of the soul that I was going through, I began, because I'm already a highly intuitive person, I started to go within. And I started to get these downloads. Spirit told me what type of people that they wanted me to learn some things from. And I found these beautiful people. And they have helped me so much. So much. And I was able to rise from those ashes beautifully. I am now the Empress. And I have worked my butt off to get here. It was not easy at all. I had gone through so much. I was angry. I rebelled. I started drinking a lot. I was doing a lot of cursing. I was just, didn't care. I didn't care at all. Until I had that reawakening. And I finally found my true self. And when I found my true self, I found my true calling. And that is to share my knowledge and to share those things that I have learned on my spiritual journey with other divine feminine women. I will just say that if you're watching this video, it is not by mistake. You are meant to learn something from me, just like I was meant to learn something from the other beautiful divine feminine women that I've learned from. I have been walking in this journey for all of my life. I have been on my self-healing, self-love journey for the past almost 2 years now. I wasn't ready before because I always knew that I was meant to be some sort of speaker, but I always was very scared because I have a little bit of a speech impediment, if you guys don't know, if you guys can't tell. I have braces on right now, so it's probably why I sound like extra. But I stutter. I get that from my dad. My vocabulary is not just so extensive. Like I went to like a 4-year college and just got all of this knowledge and got all these degrees. And I was worried about that because even though I'm a very smart woman and I have gone to really great schools, I have, you know, gotten lots of education, but still, when someone looks at someone who is like, and I don't like the word life coach, because to me that's like, I just don't resonate with that, because it's like a lot of these life coaches, it's like people expect them to look a certain way, to have to speak a certain way, to be so perfect, to have all these degrees, to come from a beautiful, prestigious, scholarly background and all that stuff. And I was worried about that before because I was like, Spirit, I don't know if I can do this. I just don't know if I have it in me to do this. And Spirit said, you do. This is your calling and you are meant to do this. You are not meant to be perfect to do this. You don't have to have all of this education to do this because you went to one of the best schools, and that's life. I have been taught by the school of life, y'all. This is not something that you can learn from a 4-year college. No institution can teach you guys the true meaning of life. That 4 years or 6 years or however long some people go to school, you still will never learn a certain knowledge that life has to teach you. And it takes more than 4 to 8 years. Okay? The type of school the journey that I'm on, I ain't never graduating. You know why? Because I'm on a journey. And in this moment, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm still learning. I'm not perfect at all. And I'm sure I will make mistakes. But guess what? I have a certain amount of success. I will never want for anything financially ever again. I will probably never have to work for anybody again. Because my ancestors, my spirit team have taken such good care of me because I've been so obedient to the universe. When you're obedient to the universe, it's going to gift you back tenfold. I was one of those practitioners back in my past where I used to do dark magic. I don't regret anything because I feel like life is a learning lesson. I feel like we're not supposed to regret anything we do in life because it was meant to teach us. Now, some of you guys might click off after you guys heard me say black magic. That's fine. Because like I said, I am in no means perfect. And I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be. But I will say this. I used to look up to other black magic practitioners, and we all believe that karma didn't exist. That as long as you didn't believe it, it wouldn't happen. Boy, was I wrong. Because I will tell you this. Karma is real. Sorry, my battery is going out. Karma is definitely real. And you will reap what you sow. That's just period. But I will cut it off there because I don't want this to be too long. This is just my introductory video that I wanted to kind of just share a little bit of myself to you guys and just, kind of just put myself out there on this new journey that I'm on. I'm scared as hell because I am somewhat of I'm not going to say a recluse, but I'm very introverted. I spend most of my time by myself. I've put myself out there on the internet. Like I have another YouTube channel where I do readings and celebrity readings and all that stuff. But that's just fun, like little stuff that you don't really look to grow anything from. You're just doing stuff just to pass time. Well, here right now, this is different because I know that this is going to potentially reach a lot of people over a period of time. And that part is scary for an introvert. But I'm ready because it's time. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. I don't want to set a complete date or time to where I'm going to put these videos out because my life is so busy because I run an at-home business. But I will say this. Hit that notification so that you guys can be alerted because what I'm getting ready to teach you guys is something that is going to potentially change your lives forever.